Okay, so oh, there we are. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing? Okay, we gotta go here. We gotta go here. And then how are we doing? So what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, and how are we doing? Okay, cool. Okay, so what are we going to do is I need to find a marker. There we go. So this marker is in the stream. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, hello everybody, hello, welcome. So what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. We're going to do 8,539. So 8,000 on the abacus looks like this. 8, 5, 3, 9. Welcome everybody, welcome. My name is Lynette, and what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to read the abacus. So we're going to do 8, so 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 5. This was what 5 looks like. And then we have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is how we read the abacus. Now, how do I know this? Well, this is where we talk about, we have our thousands, hundreds. Hello, thank you so much. Tens and ones. When we look, we have our hello tray, and then we have our place values. So we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. And just trying to figure out what is going on. So, hello. Okay, how's that? So we're going to do the next number. The next number is 5,221. So on the abacus, I'm going to do 5,221. So when we look, this is 5. The top bead will always be 5. Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So we looked at there's 7 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 columns of the beads are touching the horizontal bar. This is the horizontal bar. Hello, Tammy, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, I got into a late start today. I was just trying to finish up some stuff. Okay, so we have 5,221. So that is what? We're going to color it in. We do 5,220, 220, and then 1. That's it. So what we're doing is we're going to do the next number. The next number is 3,294. So we have 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 200, 1, 2, 90, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to color it in on our abacus. We're going to color in 3,000, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 2, 1, 2. We have, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you so much for the hearts. Hello, miracles. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So lost. Lost? No, I love. Do you know that this is 1? Does that make sense to you? And then we have 2. And then we have 3. And then this is 4. Does that make sense to you? Let me know if that makes sense. I can carry on further, but I just want to make sure that it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. That was not a laughing matter. Okay, so I don't know if I love Fent. Are you still here? I love Fent. Are you still here? Okay, so what are we going to do is, thank you guys so much for liking the live. We are going to continue on to learning how to read the abacus. And it is this one right here. So we have 2,610. Oh, 2,006. Yes. So we get 3,000 is 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Bojo. So we have 200, 1, 2, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we're looking, that's what 3,294 looks like. What column does each number place? This one is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, and this is the thousands. So when we're looking, we have ones, tens, thousands, I'm sorry, hundreds, thousands. So this is 3,000, this is 200, 1, 2, this is 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we are going to go into the next number. The next number is 2,610. So we're going to do 2,000, 1, 2, 600, 5, 6, 1, and then 0. So we have 2,610. And now I'm going to color it in. I need to color it in. What am I using? I'm going to use this one. I don't know. I can't find it anymore. All right. We're going to do 2,000. So 1, 2. We're going to do 3,469. Did that make sense, Bojo? We have 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 400, 1, 2, 3, 4, 60, 5, 6, and then 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can color it in on the abacus. So we have 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 400, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, what's next? Well, the next one is going to be 6,971. So we have 6,971. And now we can color it in. Okay, so we have 6,000, which is what? 5, 6, 900, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 70. 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, 5, 6, 7, and then 1. So we have 6,971. Every time the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So we have our 600, right? These are 4 columns that are touching the horizontal bar. The horizontal bar is this thing right here. And then when we look, we have 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, and then 1. So we're done with that. Our next number is 1,500. Oh, thank you so much for checking in. Thank you for the rose, MTMT. Mountains. Okay, we have 1,500. 1,500 will look like what? 1,500, I'm sorry, 1,500, 00. That's what 1,500 looks like. So we have 1,500 and then 0 and then 0. That one was easy. All right, so then what's the next one? Could you complete math problems with this? Yes, you can do adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. So this thing is what we call an abacus, and this abacus you can do, the only thing you could do with the abacus is do basic arithmetic. Arithmetic is adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. But the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to understand how to read the abacus, and that's what we're doing right now, Jay. Thank you so much for the question. My name is Lynette, and I have books on abacus. My books are on the TikTok shop, or they're over here. My name is Lynette, and I'm happy to be here. So, thank you, Jay, for the question. Yes, it is very much possible. But what I like to do is I like to introduce to you and show the matrix about the abacus. Now, the reason why is because if you understand how to use the abacus, then you'll make more sense what we're trying to do when I start adding and subtracting. So my question here is going to be 8,611. That's what 8,611 looks like. So on my abacus, I have 8,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 600, 5, 6, and then 11, 1 and 1. So that's what 8,611 looks like. Thank you, Jay, for the question. Let me know if you have any more abacus questions. It is very much possible to do basic arithmetic. You can do fractions, but fraction is just another form of division. So we have 8,179. So 8,179. After we learn how to read the abacus, we will go into learning how to do some adding and subtracting. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, we have 5, 6, 7, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hello, hello, hello. We are looking at how to read the abacus. After I am done with mine, you will be your turn to figure out how to figure out what the numbers are. But the first thing we're going to do is understand how to read the abacus. So we have 3,161. So 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 1, 60, 5, 6, and then 1. That's what 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 1, 160, 5, 6, and then 1. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you everybody for joining. And then our next number is 5,315. 5,315. What does that look like? So we have 5,315. So we have 5. The top bead will always be 5 no matter what. The top bead is always 5, and then the bottom beads all have a value of 1. It doesn't matter which column is the top bead. It just matters if the top bead is added. So here is 5, right? That's 5,000. We have 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 1, and then we have 5. So we have 5 in two different places, the ones place and the thousands place. So if you notice, okay. And so our next number is 9,249. So we have 9,249. So again, we're looking at ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we have 9,000, 9,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200, 5, 6, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Lynette, and what we're doing is we're going to learn how to read the abacus. So now it is your turn to tell me what you think these numbers are. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hello, hello, hello. So the first thing we're going to do is look at this. This is a 3-digit. What we're going to do is we're going to do 3 digits. This is a 3-digit abacus questions, and what we're going to do, and if you're interested, it is available in my shop. Okay. Let's take a look. This is what we call a mask maze. It's to help cover the path so you don't see the answers. All right, so we have this one over here. All right, we have that. Now, if I have that, and I have, there we go. So if I have that, I have my, thank you so much for checking in, and thank you so much for the rose. So we're going to have our, what are we doing? We have, there we go. How's that? Is that better? Oh. Okay. We have 3 columns. We have ones, tens, and then hundreds. We're going to look ones, tens, and hundreds. If I have this number, hundreds, tens, and ones, what number do you think this is? Let me know in the chat. Thank you. Hey, it's Blue. Thank you, Blue. It is 600. 611. Yes, well done. Well done. Thank you so much. It is blue. Yes, it's blue. Okay, so 611, right? And then we take this number over here. Well, what number is that? That number, let me see if I can do that. All right, we have our hundreds, tens, and our ones. Now, the interesting thing about the abacus is that everything is very visual. We could see the numbers, and it's very visual. Thank you. This looks easy. Oh, it is easy. Simple to use, easy to understand. Some people get confused, but it's really quite easy. This is what we call an abacus. And it's a visual. It's a visual representation of numbers. So what number do we think this is? This is 3 digits. So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Yes, thank you, Blue. Thank you so much. Yep. So it's 200, 1, 2, 9, 90, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5. So what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, we will go into adding and subtracting. So that is 295. I'm a quick learner. You are a quick learner. Thank you so much for commenting. At least now I know I'm not the only one in the room. So what's our next number? We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Thank you so much, Blue, for commenting. Yeah? What do we have? What is our number? Okay, so we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? Hello, anatomy. 713. Well done. 700, 5, 6, 7, 13, 1, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Anatomy. That's funny. So we have our next number, because what we're doing is we're doing 3 digits, and this is what the book is all about. It's just about reading the abacus. So I talked to you about how to read it, and I colored it in. Now it is your turn to figure out what this number is. I have my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. What number do you think that is? Thank you, everybody, for those. Don't forget to check in to your orange heart me. Don't forget to check in, please. Okay, now what are we doing? There you go. Yes, 217. Why are you using this arrow at the far right? Yes, I'm quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. Mountains. 206.7. That's what it is, right? And so, Sisu, when we do it, I start here. The reason why I'm starting over here is because I have this indicator. Do you see that little dot here? This dot tells me where the ones place is. So if I have my ones place over here, then that's where my ones place will be. So then I can have my ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000s. However, if I choose this one over here, which is like, if you look, they're kind of like grouping the columns. It looks like it would be at the thousands. But if I choose this one over here as my ones place, if I choose that as my ones place,
come on, I choose you.
Then I move everything over, and that will be my ones. So then I will have decimals. My decimals will sit on this side, and then my ones will be over here. So I have my ones, tens, and then I have no room for hundreds, but I have a lot of room for decimal. I have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then 100,000s. So here I can count it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. But that is why I choose this one over here. I choose this one over here.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you.
Now I have more numbers. I have more columns to be able to put my numbers. So that's why we have, what was the number? It was 217. That's what that means. So anatomy, no, it is not 116 because 100 is here. 1, 1, 6. 6 looks like that. 5, 6. 5 will always be the top bead no matter what. So if I did this, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 0.55. That's what that is. So when you were mentioning it was 116, that's what 116 looks like. Does that make sense? So when we're looking at it, we want to pay attention to the placement of the beads. And so let's take the next number, which is over here. Nope. Here it is. So what number do we think this is? Let's try it out. So we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. Thank you. No, thank you, Anatomy, so much for the questions. I like the questions because then I know where you guys are, actively learning. But it's always nice to be able to have the questions because then I can answer them right away. So Jason, did that make sense? Little back. Yes, 972. Well done, Sisu. Well done, Samantha. Well done, Blue. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm hoping this makes a lot more sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to read 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2. So we have 900 because they have ones, tens, hundreds. So we have 972. Well done. Well done. So, oh, good, Jason. Thank you so much for commenting. I appreciate that. Thank you for actively paying attention. So we're going to do our ones, tens, or hundreds. We have our ones. I'm sorry, this is my tens. This is my ones. What number do we think that is? Uh-oh. Okay, what number do we think that is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Ooh, Anatomy, so close. So close, Anatomy. Sorry, because it's supposed to be 2. That's what 7 looks like. 57 looks like that. This is 52. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Little Back. Thank you, Lainey, Samantha, Costa, Jason, Mountains, and Brooke. Priscilla says 21052. I'm not sure how you get 21052. I just started learning like that. You made it so easy to learn. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. In the fits of all my coughing. But please ask questions about anything about Abacus and I can answer it. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years now. And so I actually have a lot of Abacus focused worksheets and workbooks and classes and online classes. I also do private tutoring as well. And I just teach Abacus. And so we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Angel. There we go. How do you solve problem with the four operations? We can get that into that a little bit. I just want to make sure that everybody understands how to read. Once we all understand how to read, we can start going to the four different operations. So yes, thank you. It's 627. We have 5, 6, and then 2, 1, 2, and then 7. 5, 6, 7. So it is 627. Well done. So Brooke, can we put a pin in that, and we will carry on into going into the four operations. I typed the wrong number. Oh, Priscilla, I meant 52. Okay, good. Sorry, Priscilla. I was like, that's a lot of numbers. Sorry. 700. Yes, you guys are right. 5, 6, 7, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9. Well done, everybody. So, Rhiannon, when we look, it is 7. 5, 6, 7. 6 looks like that. 5, 6. So we have one more bead to add that. Thank you, Lainey. Okay. So we have our next number, right? We have 749. And now we take 749. That's what that looks like. And then it takes me over here. What number do we think this is? And what we're doing is, how come you start with the number in the middle and not in the beginning of the column? Thank you, Sarah. Yes, you're right, Brooke. It is decimals. So if you notice, I actually have a dot. This is labeled. There's a label right here. This tells me that this is the ones place. So if this is my ones place, then I can actually have my tenths and my hundreds. And so now I have my decimal place just like there. That's the reason why. Thank you, Blue. Well done, Blue. Thank you, Little Back. Yes, it is 700, 5, 6, 7, 0. And then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. Well done. And we're going down to here. Yes, this is my book. It is available in the shop. It is also available in my other place. And what number do we think this is? This is my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. My hundreds, my tens, and my ones. What number do we think that is? I love how you take your time correcting and explaining people's mistakes. Oh, good. And that's what it is like, I'm not trying to disparage them. I'm just showing them the reason why it is incorrect. Thank you. I do appreciate that because it's always nice to know what our mistakes are instead of just kind of blowing through. Thank you, Blue. Yes, thank you, Angel. It is. There we go. It is 700, 5, 6, 7, 1, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining. Yes, so we have 719. So now I have our next number. Our next number is hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do we think that is? What number do we think that is? Ooh, that was fast. Thank you, Angel. Yes, 679. Yes, 600, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need a little practice to do it faster. No, we take it as slow as we take it at our own pace. Everybody's very quick about it, but mountains, don't rush it. Don't rush it. This is very unfamiliar. Because it's unfamiliar, right? We're just taking it slow and just going through. So, okay. So our final answer is what? How does this work? Hello, Salami. I got distracted. Blue. Hey, Chilo DTX. Hello. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. So it's 121. So we're going to count just to do a little review. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, DTX. And Little Back. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little review for 199. So 199, just so you know, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. All the beads that are touching the horizontal bar, this is the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So this is 5. All the top beads will always be 5. So if I did this, this would be 55555.55. The reason why this is a point is because there's a point right here, because this is my label of the ones place. Because this is my ones, I can start counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's it. So then we have count by tens, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100. All right. So that is a little bit. What about the other dot? Oh, this one is like the comma for the thousands, right? So when we're writing our thousands, let me see. Right? When we're writing our numbers, don't we write like 1, 0, 0, 0? Don't we do that? So that's what the comma is. That's what the dot is. It's to tell us that this is the thousands. And it makes more sense when there's more to it. Does that make sense, Brooke? So thank you so much for the question. This one is a 13-column abacus. This 13-column abacus is also available in my shop. Now, if you look, there's all these dots, and they do the same thing. They label it for us. So now we know we have our ones, right? We have our ones, but then we have our thousands. It's easy to see. And then we have our millions, and then billions, and then trillions. It's like our comma. So then we don't have to always count where we are because there's a label for it. Yeah? Yeah. That is a great question. Thank you, Brooke. Yes. So I think they're called group separators. So it's like the commas in America, right? The commas, we use commas in America. Where I think in Europe, they use dots. So, okay. So, hello. Oh man, welcome back. We just finished understanding how to read the book, read the questions. Now what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to move the beats. The first thing, I wish you could have been my teacher in school growing up. Thank you so much, DTX. I'm here now. I am here now. Okay, so what are we going to do is we're going to understand what? The beads, the way they look, right? There's an edge to it. Because there's an edge to it, what we want to do is we want to, am I tardy? No, you're not. You're not tardy. You're on time. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the beads. We're going to move the beads with the edges. We're going to be very gentle. When we be gentle, right, we don't need to be very aggressive. The reason why is because the abacus beads are very easy to move. So you want to be gentle when we move the beads. So the other thing is if I had 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and I do this and I flick, then my answer's wrong. Because what happens? I flick too hard.
And flick. Oh, you flick too hard, damn it!
Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that. So don't flick too hard. What we're going to do is we're going to move the beads with intention. So when we move the beads with intention, we're going to use our finger and our thumb. Now the other thing is we're going to use our right hand. The reason why you use your right hand is because they say to use your right hand because calculations are in your left brain. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It is guidelines just like a legendary soundboard. Thank you, Omen. What was I saying? Oh, flick too hard. Oh, right. So even if you're left-handed, still use your left hand to hold the abacus because you want to stabilize it. Because if you bump the table, then your answer might get wrong because it's very easy to move. So that's the one thing. So that's about moving the beads. The other thing is you don't want to be aggressive. We already talked about that, okay? And then the other thing is that's about it. So we have our two different abacus. One is does the colors mean anything? The colors mean nothing. They just make it look pretty. So the colors mean nothing. What it means is you have to pay attention to the positioning of the beads. So we have our beads. This is 0 and I'm at 0. So I'm going to line up from here to here. And this will be my ones place. So I can do 1, 1, 1, 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do 5. That's what 5 looks like. If the top bead is touching the horizontal bar, this is my horizontal bar and it's being touched, right? These are being counted. These two are being counted. Everything else is not being counted because none of the beads are touching the horizontal bar. This is also called the beam or the reckoning bar. Then we have 6, 6, 7, 7, right? 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we can do it again. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. And then 9. Well, what's 10? 10 Thank you, mountains. Yes, 10 looks like that. How do I know? Because every column is a place value. That's what we have this, right? We have every column is a place value. So we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000s. And then it goes further. But I use the middle of the abacus, so then I just only have enough for thousands, millions. I only have enough for millions. Okay, so thank you. Green is 1. The green is 1, and the yellow is 1, and the orange is 1, and the red is 1. So if I was to use money, did that make sense, Mountain? So when I use money, right, if I were to use money to count, this is a penny. In America, we have 1 cent. So it is 1 penny. And then this is a value of 1. That's a value of 1. That's 2. Now we have 3. We have 3. And then we have 4. And then that's 4. When we do 5, we take this away and we add the 5. We do the same thing. Add the 5, take away the 4. That's 5. And then we have 6. So we add 1 more. 7. We add 1 more. 8, we add 1 more. 9, we add 1 more. Did that make sense, Mountain? So when we're doing it, we understand that this is 9. And then what's 10? 10 is like that. 1 cent. All of them are ones except for blue. Yes, thank you, Omen. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, so that is about holding the beads and understanding it. Okay, so now what's the next thing? The next thing we're going to do is understand Abacus World when we do questions. Now we're going into a little bit about understanding how to do the questions. You will know that you blew my mind. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's really very interesting on how simple Abacus makes learning math very easy. And that's the point. The point was not that I'm trying to talk down to you, but just to show you what it's like to see the numbers as opposed to representations. I'm sorry, genuine question. How do you not get bored? Omen, I've been doing this for 20 years. I enjoy bringing Abacus to the matrix.
Welcome to the real world.
But that's the difference, right? The difference is I do take joy for those people that are finding Abacus for the first time. And it's really quite interesting when they see certain things. But it's also kind of interesting to me because then I can find another way, a creative way to get the connections of Abacus to mainstream math. Yeah. No, I understand. But I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I find, like, the money, I never thought about using money to make a correlation because the kids, it didn't matter. But talking to adults, using money had made a lot of sense. And then the other one, just the other day, remember there was another person, they didn't understand how to take away the 5. And so I used this. So I feel like that I can be creative as well as showing the same thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years and I still find joy into explaining how to use the abacus, as well as creating worksheets and workbooks for people to learn more about the abacus. Not in a rush, but can we do questions, please? Oh yeah, yes, we will. 199. Math, I was waiting for this. All right, so what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is, let's do a little review of what the preschool book is. This preschool book was meant for children 3, 4, and 5. The reason why was because I wanted to get them young. In Abacus World, we always try to get the kids at 5, 6, 7. But I think, you know what? We can try to get them younger. So this was just an overview of like how to use the abacus. This was more for like adults and stuff, right? To explain to the children. And then the idea was that it was supposed to be an encompassing book. And then this is like what does 0 looks like and what does it look like on the abacus. And again, so we have all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here we have activities. Activities was just to strengthen the idea of what the numbers are. And then we have color by number and then pixel art. This is not included. That's talking about the next place value, and we don't do the tens place value because I didn't want to have to explain what the place value is quite yet. The next lesson is going from 5 to 9, and then from here again is just talking about what the numbers look like, and then again more pixel art just to get them to understand what the numbers look like. Because if you really think about it, numbers are just symbols, and it's different when we can see it. So we know that there's 2, right? We see this word, this number, this symbol 2, but on the abacus we know that that's 2. If we have 6, we know that this is 6. So it's kind of nice to be able to see what we have as opposed to trying to figure out what these numbers are. I mean, we're big people, so we kind of know and we forgot what it's like to understand that this is actually an abstract form. These are just symbols. Like, there's no real number that says 9. There's no real item. There's no real item that says 6. But if I do this, I know that this is my representation of 6. And then this is counting forward, and then after counting forward, we can count backwards. After counting backwards, then what we do is we understand what comes in between. And again, these are just more activities for the kids to be able to understand the relationship of the number. And then after knowing what's in between, then they have to figure out what comes before and what comes after. And then after that, it comes into bigger than and less than. After that, we do bigger than, less than. Now we're going to get into some adding and subtracting. Now, the first thing we're going to do in mainstream math, no, in Abacus world, what we do is we focus in on the second number. This is the second number. We always need to know what we're trying to add. We don't focus on the result. That's what mainstream math does. Mainstream math focuses on the result. But in Abacus world, we actually focus on the process. What do we do? Can we do it? So if I have my question, I have 7 and I want to add the 1. Can I add the 1? Can I add the 1? Yes, we can. We can add the 1. So all I got to do is just add that 1. So my final answer is 8. We can do it again with the 2. So again, what we're doing is we're noticing the way we move the beads. So if I have 7 on my abacus, I want to move 2 beads. The only thing I'm going to do is 2 beads. 1, 2. And I just push it up. So we know that this is 9. Thank you, 199. So when we're looking, we have 3. Well, in mainstream, you could do dots, which is fine, or you could do tallies, which is fine. But I would rather do the abacus way. With the abacus way, we do 1, and then we do 5, and then we do 3. So my final answer is 9. When we're looking, right, I mean, we can now scale it. So what if we want to do 50 times 30? 50 times 30 is 80. You could do a lot of dots, or you could do a lot of tally marks, but I would rather do it the abacus way because it's scalable. Why is it scalable? We can subitize. Subitizing means what? Subitizing means that if I look at the number, I know what it is. So here, I know that this is my tens place because I have my 1s and my 10s, and I know that this is 8. And then we could do it again with 4. A 4 is just all the beads up and all the beads down. So we have 5 and then add the 4, and that's it. So my final answer is 9. Now, if you notice that we know how to add, we're going to know how to subtract. Subtracting just means that we're going to take it away from the horizontal bar. So we have 4 on my abacus. I need to take away 1. To take away the 1, I just need to remove it. That's all I got to do. So you'll notice, what did you notice? You'll notice that if you know how to add, you know how to subtract. It's just the opposite direction. So there's no special strategies to subtract. The only thing we need to do is if we know how to add, we know how to subtract. Just like in Karate Kid, you have to put your jacket on, you have to take your jacket off. Does that make sense? Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please check in, get your daily heart meet, and what we're doing is we're learning how to use the abacus. So, excuse me. So again, we have 3 on the abacus, and when I take away the 2, if I take away the 2, my answer is 1. So, thank you, Triple B. Again, I do realize that these questions are very simple, but the reason why they're simple is because I'm trying to show you the concept of just moving the beads and how visual it can be. So we have 3, we want to take away the 3. So if I have 4 on my abacus, I want to take away the 3. I'm only going to take away these 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. And so my final answer is 1. It's interesting because when you move the beads, the answer will reveal itself on the abacus. And it's the same thing with the 4, and then we're going to do 5. 5 is what? Well, we have 4 plus the 5. That's it. So we have, my answer is 9. We're not going to have to memorize our 9 fact family. Let's see if I can find it. Can I find it? Right. Maybe it's this one. We're not going to need to memorize our 9 fact family. You know, the reason why is because the abacus shows us it's already right there for you. Oh, I think I'm going to have to rewrite it. I have to rewrite it. I don't want to have to rewrite it. Okay, I'm going to have to rewrite it. But I'm so close. Oh, here it is. Is it here? Okay, yeah. So mainstream math, thank you, triple B. So in mainstream math, they're telling the kids that they have to memorize their nines. But if you look on the abacus, we actually don't need to memorize, because if you look, if I want to add the 1, what do I have left? I have 8. All I gotta do is just bring it together. So my final answer is 9. I could do it again with the 6, right? So if I have 3 on my abacus, I have 6. I know that this is 6. I don't need to memorize that this is 9. I don't need to memorize that 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. All I gotta do is just look at my abacus. So if I have 5 on the abacus, right, and I want to add the 4, that's it. So my final answer is 9. Again, I don't need to memorize how to make a 9. What we do need to memorize is how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. Once we understand that, and that's what we're going to get into, we're going to understand how to add and subtract on the abacus, and we could do it at scale. But the first thing we're going to do is understand how to add the 4, how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. The reason why is because, again, I'm teaching you a concept. This is the concept that we're teaching the kids in Abacus World, right? In Abacus World, what we're teaching are concepts. We don't just tell them to memorize. We don't need to tell them to memorize how to make a 9. What we're going to teach them is that they need to understand how to move the beads. So that's what we're going to do. So we have the 5, and then we do the 6. Again, you add the 1, you add the 6. That's all we're doing. So when we do 9 and we want to take away, we're just going to take it away. We just need to move the beads to take it away. So if I have 9 take away 6, my answer is 3. And then we have what? We have 9. 9 is not very difficult. And then we have minus the 5. So I have 7 on the abacus. I want to add the 1. I add the 1. What I need to do is take away the 5. When I take away the 5, can I do it? Can I take away the 5?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. We can take away the 5. Oh, Mary. Okay. So, now, my final answer is 3. We can do it again with the 6. So we have 1 plus 8. I'm sorry. 1 plus 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we bring it together. So my final answer is not 9. My final answer is what? We have to take away the 6. To take away the 6, we're going to take away the 6. That's all we're doing. When we do this, we're going to start seeing number patterns. Thank you, Blue. Oh, have a good night. Have a good night, Blue. I'll see you in my next live. So when we take away the 6, well, that's all we're doing. We're taking away the 6, just like that. So my final answer is 3. And that's what we're doing. And when we move it, we'll understand, right? So this is 9. 5 plus 4, and then take away 8. Take away 8, just looks like that. That's it. Thank you, Chaotic, for the follow. And my final answer is 1. Now, what we're doing is we're understanding that on the abacus, we just see the answer. The abacus just makes your numbers visual. Visual. That's what the abacus does. But you really do the calculations in your head. This really strengthens your concept of understanding the fact families of 5 and the fact families of 10. Okay, so then here's the question, right? Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
So what we're going to do is, for those of you that just joined, please keep your mind for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So the first thing we did is what? What we understood was, we understood how to read the abacus, right? And then what we did is we understood how to move the beads. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to understand, what does it mean to make a 5? To make a 5 is what? To make a 5 is understanding when we add the 4 plus the 1 is equal to 5. Thank you, Triple B. So when we're looking at this is how to make a 5. This is a very simple concept. I understand that it's simple, but I'm trying to show you that we're not going to have to memorize our doubles. We don't need to memorize 4 plus 4. What we need to memorize is understand, how do we make a 5? So what happens is what? Why are we going to need it? Well, we're going to need it when we get to these questions. The question is 4 plus 4. That's the question that we need to look at. When we look at it, let me see if I can get that. There we go. So when we look at it, 4 plus 4, well, that's easy. I know it's easy. But this is the difference between memorizing 4 plus 4 and understanding how to find the variable. We're going to isolate this variable. Okay, that's an algebraic term. But let's do this. Let's understand the concept. The concept is if I have 4 on the abacus, let me do 4 pennies, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what? I need to add this 4. So I finished this 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what that is. Now what I want to do is I want to add another 4, but I have no more loose beads to add the 4. So what do? I have a nickel. Because I have a nickel, this is worth 5 cents. Because I have a 5 cents, this I just added to the mix, right? But that's too much. I need to take away the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can show you again on my abacus. I can do 5 plus take away the 1. And my final answer is 8. Does that make sense?
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
We can do it again with the 3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to compound our information, right? So we have 3 on the abacus. We have 3 on the abacus, and guess what? Thank you, T. Thank you, 199. What we're doing is we're going to understand that if I want to add the 4, I don't have enough. I need to take away the 1. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. I can show you again on my abacus. To add the 5, take away the 1. And so what we did is we just did some...
You need modification! Modify! Modify!
What did we just do? Well, we took the concept of 4 plus 1. We took the concept of 4 plus 1. We isolated the variable, right? And then it takes us to this. Now we're doing a little bit of algebra with known variables, which is very interesting. Abacus is the gateway to complex math. But when we're looking at it, then we take this information and we substitute it. Now I give you directions on how to move the beads. That's what that is. Plus the 5, take away the 1. That's what that is. Thank you, Priscilla, for the donuts. Does that make sense? So we substituted. Substitution is also an algebraic terminology, an algebraic function. So we could do it again, right? We could do it again with the 2. I have 2 on my abacus. We have 2 on my abacus. I want to add 4. To add the 4, guess what? I don't have any more loose beads. I have no more loose beads. I have only these 2. I need to add the 4. So I give you my 5, but that's too much. I need to take away the 1. So my final answer is 6. 5, 6. I could show you again on my abacus. I can add the 5, take away the 1. And my final answer is 6. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yes, so we could do it again. It's not just for the 4. Why? Because we have to figure out this whole concept. There's a whole set, right? So if we add the 4, we can add the 3, we add the 2, we add the 1. And that's what this is. This is a whole set that we need to start to understand the concept. And because we understand how to balance the equation, right, or compensate, then we can actually do it in other places. So here we are. We have 3 plus 3. We have 3 on the abacus. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And then we're going to have the 3. But again, I don't have any more beads to add the 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plus the 5. But that's too much. I got to take away 2. So I'm going to take away 2. So my final answer is 6. 5, 6. And we could show it again on the abacus. I can add the 5, take away the 2. And that's how it is. How are we doing? Does that make sense? We could do it again. We could do it again with the 4. So if I put 4 on my abacus, right? 4 on my abacus. Whoa, sorry. If I put 4 on my abacus like this, if I do 4 on my abacus, and I want to add the 3, guess what? I can give you a 5, right? I can give you a 5, but that's too much. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Chaotic. Thank you so much. So, and then that's too much. I have to take away 2. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. I could show you again on my abacus. Add the 5, take away the 2. And so when we're looking at it, we actually do a whole formula that we need to memorize. This is what we need to understand. And this is a concept that we just understood, right? So what did we just do? We power up, right? What did we do? We're going to isolate the variable. We were talking with the 3. So we make the 3 by itself. I need to plus the 3 is equal to plus the 5, and then I need to minus the 2. How do we get past 10? We'll get there in a little bit, Vezhar. If you can just wait for it. and I will continue on to how to make a 10. Can the abacus only solve addition and subtraction problems? No. Sarah? The abacus can actually do multiplication and division. Hello, everybody. My name is Lynette. I am an abacus teacher, and I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. And if you're interested, I do have books in my TikTok shop as well as over here. My name is Lynette. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Okay, so for those of you that are joining, please be open to a different way of thinking. It's not new. Abacus has been around way longer than mainstream math. So
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So again, what are we doing? Well, now we have a whole set. Because we have a whole set of adding the 5, right? We can do it again with the 2. The 2 is plus the 2 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 3. And then we could do it again, right? When are we ever going to use the plus 2? We use the plus 2 when we go over here. It's a 3 or a 2 is the question that we use. Right? So we could do it again. So if I have 4 on my abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to add 2, but to add 2, I need to understand what? I need to understand that I can utilize this 5. Because I can utilize this 5, I need to take away the 3. So my final answer is 6. I can show you again on my abacus. I add the 4, and I add the 5, and take away the 3. So my final answer is 6. And then we could do it again. Our final one is the 1. The 1 is plus the 5 minus the 4. That's what the 1 is. And we have to memorize this. We have to understand this concept because we know that 4 and 1 are pairs. And what happens is whether or not we add the 5 or not. So if I could show you on my abacus, I have 4 on the abacus. I want to add the 1. This is the reason why we need to use the formula. The reason why we need to use the formula is because I have no more beads. So if I have no more beads, all I got to do is add the 5, take away the 4, and my final answer is 5. And then that's it. All right, so Vizhar had actually asked, well, what happens after 10? That's a great question, because what happens after 10 is understanding how to make a 10. How to make a 10 is another concept that we teach the children. And it's a very strong and powerful concept. And the reason why is because that's the only thing you need left. It's understanding how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. Okay, so So for those of you that are interested, I do have these books available in my shop and also over here. I also have a bunch of other activities as well on my website that I haven't been able to put it into my TikTok shop yet, but it will be available soon. I do have the dry erase as well as a book as well, and so this is also available. And I like this one. Okay, so what are we doing? Well, what we're gonna do is I've never learned this. It's pretty cool. It scratches my brain. Yes, that is fantastic. Carlos, welcome back. Welcome back. The bigger question is, do you believe in life after love? Yes, I do believe life after love. Carlos, I do believe life after love. Okay, so what are we going to do now is we're going to understand how to make a 10. How to make a 10 is very similar. Why? Because we understand this concept. We know that 5 and 5 is equal to 10. These are pairs, right? 2 and 8, 7, 3, 6 and 2, 6 and 4, 1 and 9, right? So, welcome Eve, welcome Brooke. Okay. But hey, yeah. Oh, I don't, you know what? I know Cher. I don't know her songs, but I kind of know, like, I don't listen to Cher too much. I only listen to whatever's on the radio. Okay, so what is this concept? It's the same concept. It's understanding how to balance the equation. Here is what we have. We have 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So we have 9 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 1. What does that mean? Well, I have my question. My question is 9. Because I have my question 9, I want to add the 9. To add another 9, what do? I have, whoa, I have 9 on my abacus. That's my 9, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But guess what? I can use a 10 cents. To use 10 cents is too much. I can take away 1. So my final answer is 18. 5, 6, no, sorry. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can show you again on my abacus. I can add the 10, take away the 1. And then you're going to start seeing a number pattern. When we need to add the 9, right? You take away the 10 plus the 1. When we need to minus the 10, oh, sorry, that's minus the 9. If we want to plus the 9, it's plus the 10 minus the 1. And you're going to see this. The more you work with the abacus, the more you're going to see the number patterns. And then we could do it again. So here is 3. 3 on the abacus. And what am I going to do? 3 on my abacus, but I don't have enough. What do? I have to plus the 10 minus the 1. Plus the 10, take away the 1. And my final answer is 12. How are we doing? Does that make sense? We can do it again. I can show you a different way. If that doesn't make sense, I can show you another way. So, here is 6, right? If we have 6 on the abacus, let's see if I can find it. Okay, good. So we have 6 on the abacus, right? 6 on the abacus. I'm going to add 9. But guess what? I know that if I want to add the 1, right, that will give me 10. So if I need to add the 1 here, I need to get it from somewhere. To get it from somewhere, I have to get it from the 6. Does that make sense? So if I take it away from the 6, now I have 10 in my hand. I need to show you 10 on the abacus. So that's what I did. Take away the 1 plus the 10. And my final answer is 15. I could do it again with the 7. 7 is the same thing, right? What are we going to do? I have 7 on my abacus. I want to add the 9. Again, if I add the 9, what's the partner? The partner of 9 is 1. Where are we going to get the 1 from? Well, we get the 1 from the 7. We get the 1 from the 7. So we have to take away from the 7. Take away 1 away from the 7, and we add the 10. We show that we add the 10. That's why we add the 10. How are we doing? Does that make sense? That is this book. This book is all about how to make a 9 or how to make a 10. And we could do it again with the 8. The 8 looks like that, right? Eight is plus the 10 minus the 2. So when we're looking, right, our question is 9 plus 8. 9 on my abacus. I want to plus the 8. Plus the 8 is what? Plus the 10 minus the 2. Plus the 10, take away the 2. So my final answer is 17. Whew, I just got sleepy. How are we doing? Thank you so much for liking the live. Okay. So we can do it again and we can continue on. So when we're looking at it, we want to be able to understand the concept. It's the same thing, right? So we have 7 on the abacus. 7 on the abacus. I want to add 8. To add 8, what do? It's very close to 10. So what do? We have to take away the 2 from the 7. Take away the 2 and then add the 1. I'm sleepy too. Good night, Brooke. Thank you so much for joining and I hope to see you in my next live. Hello, Priscilla. You will be smart too if you learn the abacus. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Anybody have any other questions? So, I mean, we can continue on with understanding how to make the 10. And then we could do it again with the 7. So with the 7 is plus the 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 3. So we have 9 on the abacus. We have 9. And then we're going to plus the 7. To plus the 7, we know to make a 7, what do? We have to find the 3 from somewhere. The 3 will come from the 9. So we have to take away the 3 from the 9, just like that. Now I have 10 in my hand. I have to show you the 10. So I'm going to add the 10 on the abacus. So my final answer is 36. No, 16. Oh, I'm getting tired. All right. So, how are we doing? Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's do a little review on how to read the abacus. Hello, Jeffers. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know how. I'm actually really quite tired. Okay, so I think it was because yesterday I'm off to work. I just got off work. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I've been here for about an hour, and my eyes are getting tired. Did I show you my Abacus for adults? Did I show you my adult book? I got it more. I got it more formatted. A lot of time for AA. It is time for Abacus Anonymous. I am 75% done. 75%. That's what I feel. I feel like I'm 75%. I just got to do a few more pages and then I'll be ready to publish. Nice. Yes. I'm actually quite excited. I like the format. It's very different than the Abacus for children. And that was the point. The point was to make sure that it's different than what it was, what we've seen, what you've seen. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Workshop. Is that going to work? Ah, there we go. So we have that. Okay, so this is the beginning of the book. Not a problem, right? So then we have the, oh, here it is. The introduction, right? How to read the abacus, like we know. Oh, I'm so excited for, oh, good. Yeah. I had you guys in mind when I was working with it. And then because I wanted to make sure that it's different than what I've been doing. So then this is again just basic information like how to read the abacus and what you use. You use your thumb to push up. And I try to consolidate a lot of the pages so it's more concise and the summary is there. Hello RTX, welcome back. Welcome back. We go talk about this double digits. The double digits is just a review what the tens and the ones look like. And then I give you the mask maze. Again, the mask maze is a downloadable if you wanted to print it on something different. And then I give you one question on the maze. And then I have the 3-digit. And then after 3-digit, I have another maze. And then I talk about 4 digits. And then I give you my reverse maze. So after the reverse maze, I give you that, and then we start talking about adding on the abacus, and then I give you activities. So here is you add on the abacus. You have to write the number, write the question, and then write the answer, and color in the abacus and show it on the abacus. I think I need to say show it on the abacus. So then we do subtraction. So I was trying to be more concise because I'm thinking that these are very simple concepts of adding and subtracting. And then we do the same thing. We subtract on the abacus. Again, write the number, write the answer. And then pixel art. You have to find all of these answers. And then these are the keys at the top. So the key, I just finished this one. I do like this one. I like this one a lot. I know the numbers are very simple, but the idea was to practice on the abacus. And then we do the 5, right? So we're only on page 23 and we understand how to make a 5, right? That's a duplicate. So then we have how to review it, and then you have to write the formula. Thank you, Jeffers. Yeah, we write the formula. So I give you example questions, and then there we go. So now we have the hidden words. You have to you have to find the answers, right? Get the answers. Whatever 57 is, you have to find where 57 is, and then you have to find, that's the letter A, and you have to find the letter A to put it here somewhere in the answer at the bottom. Oh, good. I can see that. So that's adding of the 5. Now we're going to subtracting the 5. Subtracting the 5, same thing. I give you example questions, and then after that, I give you an activity. This is what you do to subtract, right? And then this is the summary of the cumulative property of how to make a 5, and then we start going into understanding 10 frame. Color in nine boxes or one box, whatever. Color in the boxes to make it equal to 10. And so then we start talking about how to make a 10, and so forth. And then I give you an exercise. Color by number. Again, the questions are very simple, but I want to make sure I solidify the concept of how to make a 10. And then and that's why you have access to writing the formula. You have to write the formula just to keep track, right? and then we have a word ladder. You find the answer, here's your definition, and then you have to figure out what word is on the ladder. And then this is minus the 10, and again, color by number, word ladder. And then what do we have? Okay, so then we're done with that. After that, I give you the workflow, right? How to add the 5 and how to make a 10, how to walk through the questions. We have addition, and then we have subtraction, and then after that we talk about two-step equations. The two-step equations, right, we start off with the how to make a 10, and then we have to utilize the 5. And so I was trying to be more diagrams and having you guys to do this. So then that's what, so they do it for the 8, the 9, the 7, and the 6. After that, it is your turn to combine the formula and tell me what the operations are. Like, how do you see the number bonds here? So this is talking about the two-step equation, and now I give you a puzzle. Figure out the puzzle, right? Answer the puzzle, you find the puzzle piece, and then I give you a section where you can write the formula. Because I really want to hone down on making sure that you have enough space to write the formula, because I think that's the key. And then this is the subtraction of the two-step, and then, again, same thing, combine the formula, and then I'm still working on the puzzle. After that, I give you a bunch of mazes, right? And then I give you some color by number. After that, I give you some word ladders, and then hidden words, and then answers. That's it. I have a couple more. I have like 15 more pages, because right now I'm at 87, and I like it to be roughly around 100 pages. So I have a few more. Oh, thank you, Jeffers. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy with it, because I really like how it's concise and it's not too much. There's not too much space. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the kids, right? The kids one is very there. There needs to be a lot of space, because it's because the kids get overwhelmed, and I didn't want to do that. Right? So like this one, there's a lot of space, and the text is kind of big, right? And overall it's not too much. Yeah. So what I was going to do, I was going to stop at two-step equations, and then my next book will be multiplication. And then it's going to, filter in as well. And then after that, after that will be division. And then after that, it'll just be bigger numbers. Yay. Hey, miracles. Yes. Yeah. So that's the book. So like here, right, there's a lot of space. And it's not, the font on the other book should be big enough for us to see. So this one, the font's a little bit big, but the kids write big. You know what I mean? But for us, we write a little bit small. Do you know what you're charging it? It's going to be like $11.99. Don't be like all my other books. I do plan on providing videos. That would be an upsell. So if I provide videos, there'll be like a QR code that you can download, and you can watch the videos. I haven't put that into place yet. But the idea was, I think I was gonna make it like $30. I'm not sure. Probably $30 for the video and the book. And then the videos would be lifetime, so it's not like it's yeah, that's not bad at all. When is your adult book available? Not just yet, miracles. I still got to do a few more pages, and then I'm gonna go into I have a few more pages, and then I will make it available. So I think I should be able to publish it. It'll probably be available probably next week, depending on how dedicated I am to finish the next few pages. And then after that, I'll have a whole bunch of mazes that I'm going to be. Takes time. It does take time, because I want to make sure that the outline and the way it's presented makes sense. And that was the thing, because in these ones, it's easy to present to kids, right? But for adults, like, I'm trying to guesstimate like what we're trying to do. If you just pulled in all day, Jeffers, you're right. If I just pull in all day, but then that would require me actually logging off the live and not do 4 hours. Because last night, I think I did like 4 hours. It was crazy. But it was fun. It was so fun. I was trying to do longer lives, but but I don't know. It is a little bit like interesting. But that's the plan. That's the plan. So you can order. No, you actually, even if I finished it today, it would still take 3 days to get it approved. It still takes 3 days to get it approved. For those people that are interested, I do have my books available in the TikTok shop or over here. My name is Lynette, and I am an Abacus teacher. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years, and now I have the ability to be creative, and now I'm trying to Abacify the world. I'm trying to show the world, I'm trying to show the Matrix Abacus. And so, yeah, and I have a lot of other things. And the one thing I wanted to do was really focus on the grouping and the regrouping. And that's what the 2 steps are. The 2 steps is all about grouping and regrouping. So, how are we doing? Anybody have any questions? I mean, I've just been kind of babbling about, but that's the new book. And then after that, I'm going to start publishing the mazes. After the mazes, it would be like adding of the 5 mazes and then taking away the 5 and then adding of the 10 mazes. And then there are going to be 2 steps. Not 2 steps, there are going to be 2 digits. So, let's see. Yeah. So Miracles has been working with it as well. And so this was going to be one of the mazes. This is going to be the mazes. This is about 20 questions that you go through. And what this is reviewing how to make a 5. And it would just be a bunch of mazes. And so that's what I was going to do. I was going to do a whole series of mazes, but I'm still going to put in the instruction piece of like how to make a 5 and then how to read the abacus. But then after that, it will be all about the mazes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for the follow. So let me see if I can find I do have to readjust these boxes though. Or what I need to do is I need to cut out a better piece so it's smaller. Yeah. Okay. So how are we doing? So let's do this. Let's do a review. Are we ready for the review? So what number? Okay. How are we doing, Jeffers? Oh, excuse me. So, how are we doing? We know how to make a 5. Yeah. It was one of those things like it was a little bit of a it's an excitement, that I'm actually going to finally finish and I feel really like I'm pretty proud about this book. Like obviously it's taken some time, but I'm proud how it's coming along. So, what number do we think this is? Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, I have 100 people here. Charlie, thank you, Charlie. So what formulas did you use to get the answer? So that's the question, right? The question is, I'm so excited for the book. It was cool to learn to begin with, and now I'm going to have, a cool book to go with it. Yeah, yeah. And so that was the one thing is like, but yeah, I think it was just like $12. Yeah. If the book gets bigger, I don't know. I don't like big books because then it's like never ending. So Charlie, how did we get the number? So we got 14 on the abacus. We have 14 on the abacus. We want to add the 1. When we add the 1, what do? We need to plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 4. So we have plus the 5, take away the 4. And then we do 2, add the 2. To add the 2, we have 1, 2. So my final answer is 35. Well done, Charlie. So that's probably how you got it. But what we're doing is we're doing it abacus way, right? Thank you, Jeffers. Thank you, Jeffers. Yeah. Yeah, and then that will be, and then there's going to be 3 separate lines. There's going to be a Who series, there's going to be an Introduction to Adult series, and then there's going to be the mazes. So the mazes is its own little series of its own. 35. Oh, thank you, Miracles, for tapping for the reminder. Please, everybody, tap the screen out to share my live. Thank you guys so much for joining. My name is Lynette, and I've been an Abacus teacher for about 20 years now. And what we're doing is we're learning how to utilize the 5. To utilize the 5, it means that we're going to utilize that 5. So we need to understand. We need to understand what? This is a duplicate? No, it's not. Okay. So we have our number, right? We have 13 on the abacus. So if we have 13 on the abacus, 1 and then 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 2. Not a problem. We can add the 2, right? We can add the 2. Can we do it? Where is my sound effects? Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
So we can add the 2. But now we need to add the 4. Jeffers, how do we add the 4? Do you remember? Thank you, Miracles. Thank you, Miracles. Thank you, Jeffers. Thank you, Jeffers. Thank you, Miracles. So what are we doing? Thank you, Ivy. So we're going to plus the 5 minus the 1. Because why? We're going to add this 4. So if you notice, we have no more beats to add the 4. We're going to do plus the 5, take away the 1. And so my final answer is 37. Thank you, Ivy. Right? So what we're doing is the Abacus way of understanding how to add. How are we doing? There's a lot of new people here. For those of you that just joined, let me know. Let me know if you're new. Put 1 in the comment if you're new. Thank you, Charlie. If you're new to this, let me know. Put 1 in the comment if you're new. Okay. So let's do a review before we continue on with learning how to do adding and subtracting. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Oh, wow. There's a lot. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Lynette. What we're going to do is we're going to do a review on how to use the abacus. Here is the review. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now, if you notice, the top beat is always 5 because we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Notice we have 10, 1, and a 0. Thank you so much for tapping. So when we're looking, we have 1 and a 0. Don't forget to sign in. Put a check in with your orange heart. It's like above my head. It's like right there. Don't forget to. Could you please give us the next? Okay. Yes. So what are we doing? This is 37. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've been giving Miracles the questions, and then I've been reviewing with everybody else. All right, so there we are. So for those of you that just joined, what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. Now, if you notice, if you have any questions, let me know about anything about the abacus. You might notice, like, why are we here? We're here. You're welcome, Miracles. Thank you so much. So let me know when you're ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to understand that there's a dot. This dot is my ones indicator. Because it's my ones indicator, what I can do is I can count to 1 to 10. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So notice that because this is my ones, this will be my tenths, and then this will be my hundredths. So now we have decimals. After the decimals, right, we can do that. But that's when if I choose this one. If I choose this one, if you notice, I have another one over here. Because I have another one over here, I could choose this one as my home. I could choose this one as my ones place.
Pokemon, I choose you!
Just like how we choose a Pokemon, we have to choose one Pokemon to help us battle, we can just choose one to help us solve the questions. So that means it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's how we do it, 1 and 0. So then after that, right, we want to do hundreds, but we can't because there's not enough room. There's no more columns. So that's why, but if you notice, if I have my ones, I have my tenths, right? Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. So I could have a really small number. So if I did this, I could be like 0. Point sits between the ones and the tenths, 0.00001. That's a very, very small number. And then we could do it again, right? If I choose this one to be my ones place.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
If I chose this one to be my ones place, then I have enough room for. I don't have enough room. I'm sorry. For the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, and the 10,000s. I don't understand anything. Did you not understand the English that's coming out of my mouth, or is it the accent that I have? I'm not understanding your situation. Thank you, Miracles. Yes. What formula did you use, Miracle? Audrey. Thank you, Jeffers. Oh, thank you for checking in. Yeah. Oh, good, Charlie. Yes, thank you, Charlie. It's 5 minus 1. Thank you. 5 minus 1. No, not 5 minus 1. It's the other way because we want to add the 1. That's not right. That's not right because we want to add the 1. If we want to plus the 1, it's what? Plus the 5 minus 4 because we're trying to add the 1. On our abacus, we have 40, right? We have 2. So when we add the, thank you, Jeffers, it is plus the 5, take away the, to get 52. Right? Charlie, did that make sense? So it's not the 1. It's a little bit backwards. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, so we did 52. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. 199. I don't know if you're doing Abacus way or if you're just answering the question. Okay, so what's our next question? There's our next question. Okay, so for those of you that are still new, what we're doing is we're understanding that on the abacus we can visualize our numbers. Because we can visualize our numbers, then it's easy to see. So if I do this, this is 9. So we have 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So if you notice, all of these are 9s. And then we have our decimals. That is what that means. So when we talk about our 1s, our 10s, our 100s, our 1000s. So we have this, right? And our place value. So we have our 1s, our 10s, our 100s, our 1000s, and our 10,000s. If that makes sense. So we can have 1, right? 20, 21, 321, 4,321. And then what's this? This is 54,321. Island, why are you so rude if people don't understand? Aren't you trying to sell something? Be nice. Eileen, I'm rude because it doesn't make sense. Did you read the comment? The comment was, I don't understand anything. That's not a comment that's very specific. The comment should be more like, hey, would it be nice if you could review, right? You're coming into my live. Oh, go open up your own live and be polite. And you're going to see the trolls. And if you don't know who the trolls are, you're going to be hurt. So you can step off. That's fine too. I've been doing lives for a little bit. And if you don't like it, step off. You're not here. I'm not here to force you. Am I trying to sell something? Of course I am. But I'm not here to bend over backwards for you. Eileen. And you only have one follower. Wait till you get into the field of trying to sell something and see how nice you can be when people start making comments. Anyways, maybe get a real job. Ha! Maybe you should get a life. Sorry. Oh, whew, sorry. Okay, so when we go back, she literally said, sorry. Okay. Whew. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, I just when questions are I don't understand anything, that's not very specific for me to be able to explain anything, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to understand, is it the language that's the problem? Is it the idea of understanding what these are is the problem? What's the problem? So telling me that you don't understand anything doesn't make sense to me. So it's a very simple thing. The abacus is easy to use, simple to understand. That's it. So, yes, thank you, 199. Thank you so much. Just them joining but not listening. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that just kind of come in, and then the first thing that comes out of their mouth, instead of paying attention, they just say, I don't understand. It's like, well, hold on, calm down. I mean, what I do is I do a review, right? A failure is to think in their head. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so again, we're going to count. Where was I? Counting, right? We do 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the question is all about being, if people are serious about abacus, buy one and practice during miracles. Yeah, miracles got one. And that's why we have the questions to practice about this. And so that's the thing, like understanding the concept. So when we're looking at it, right, we're looking at the visualization of the numbers. And so we had 9, right? We have 9. And then if we look, we can do 79. And then we have 99, 979. So, Jeremiah, welcome back, Jeremiah. Oh, yeah, Audrey, Jeremiah was the one that made the handmade abacus. That was really cool. I really liked your abacus. Very nice, very nice. Well done, Jeremiah. Well done. Seriously, it is annoying when people just complain and interrupt. Yeah. Yeah, I was sharing your little post, Jeremiah, and my my husband was really happy about it too. Yeah, you're right, Miracles. And, those people that spam as well. But for the most part, a lot of people are very open and very interested. And so that's what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to spark some interest. Like Jeremiah. Thank you so much. Okay, so did we know what this answer is? I just kind of... Do we know what this answer is? How are we doing? 95. 95. Thank you. 95. Okay. 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 Here's a question. What formulas did you use to get 95? What formulas did you use? That's the test. What formulas did you use to get 95? Then I know you're really paying attention. Oh, notification came back again. Oh, notification. That's so funny. All right. Thank you. You're right. The formula that we used was plus the 4 is equals to plus the 5 minus 1. Well done. Well done. Mighty Mouse. That's a good one, Mighty Mouse. All right, so it takes us to this one over here. Now, where did I leave off? Okay, so for those of you that's working on this, what we're doing is we're understanding how to move the beads. Now, if you notice, we're counting on the abacus. When I do this, for those people that are new, what number do you think this is? For those people that are new, what number do you think that is? 9 plus 5. So we have 9 over here, 24. Almost, almost. So when we're looking, we have to remember that there's a 5 over here, right? Thank you. 199. We have the 5 over here. We have the 2 over here. And then we have 9. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that make sense, Ebony? So when we're looking, we have to pay attention that there's 3 digits, because anytime that the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is the horizontal bar. Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. Yeah. So we have the 5. The top bead is always going to be a value of 5, and the bottom bead is always a value of 2. So we have 5 and 2 and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could do it again. What if I did this number here? There we go. So what number do you think that is? Oh, sorry. Yes, Gemma. So it is 95. Thank you, Jeffers. Thank you, 199. 95. 95. Yep, 95. Thank you. Yes, Ebony, well done. It is 342. Well done. Well done. Why? Because we have 300, and when we start talking about place values, we have our 300, 1, 2, 3, right, in our hundreds. We have our tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have our ones, 1, 2. Well done. So, okay, 199. What formulas did you use to get 65? What formulas did you use to get 65? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Don't forget to check in on the orange heart me that's above my head. If I put it close enough, then you could hit my forehead. Who was that? It was thank you, Jeffers. Yes. So here we're going to plus the 5, is minus the 1. Yes, that's 1. What's the other one? What's the other one? How do we do that one? Thank you, Jeffers. Plus the 5 minus the 2. Okay, so what's our next one? Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, 199. So we had 65. So 65 is over here. All right. Miracles, you're okay? Okay, Ebony. So we're going to continue on. Okay, so you understand how to read the abacus. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to understand how to subitize. Subitizing means what? If I have this and I have this, right? This is 8. So when we're looking, we'll add the 5 plus the 3, it gives me 8. So then we have 2 plus the 5 gives me 7. So when we look, we can actually notice that we can start doing some simple adding and subtracting. What they're doing here is they're using formulas. So when we're doing formulas, we actually have to utilize how to make a 5, how to make a 5, and how to make a 10. So this one specifically, Ebony, if you're still around, I can explain to you what they're doing here. So here's the question: is we want to have the 4. The question is 4 plus 4. And now I need to have a smaller notepad. Okay, so a smaller notepad. Let's see if that works. Okay, right? Thank you, 199. So my question is 4 plus 4. Ebony, you still around? So what I want to do is I'm going to put 4 on my abacus, right? There's my 4 on my abacus, like that. And I want to add another 4, but I don't have enough beads to add the 4. Well, the one thing I can do is I can show you this, right? I can show me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then what do I do, right? What do I do? Well, if I have to add another 4, I'm going to add this 4 right here. I've already added the 4. But guess what? I don't have any more room for 4. So I can use this nickel. I can use my 5 cents. Because I can use my 5 cents, I'm going to give you my 5 cents, but that's too much. I need to take away 1. So I take away 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could show you again on my abacus. Add the 5, take away the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So when they were doing this right here, right, it's the same concept. We have 41 on the abacus, right? I want to add the 3 and I want to add the 2. So we add the 2, we can do it. Can we add the 2? Do we have enough beads to add the 2? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Like that. So now we got to do is we got to add the 3. To add the 3, what do we do? Well, if I have 4 on my abacus, right? I have 4 on my abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess what? I don't have enough beads to add the 3. I have to utilize this nickel. I have to utilize this 5. To add this 5, too much. I have to take away 2. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Jeffers. Thank you, Miracles. So now what do? So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. I could show you again on my abacus. I can add the 5 and then take away the 2. And so my final answer is 73. Did that make sense, Ebony? Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you, modeling, for this. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that Ebony understood, because Ebony's so far so good, right? And so we have 73. When we have 73, all I got to do is color in my path, and then we can go to the next number. Does that make sense, Ebony? So now our next number is this, right? And we could do it again. So what I'm showing you now is that Abacus is now scalable, because I actually have books that are available for children, but the one that we're working on now is actually meant for the kids that that already know their basic understanding of how to add the 5. Thank you, 199. So when we're looking at it, right, we have 36 on the abacus, 36, and then we have plus the 4. So I showed you before, right? Plus the 4 is what? If I have 3 on my abacus, 1, 2, 3, I don't have enough to add the 4. So what do? I need to give you my 5 cents. To give you my 5 cents, right, that's too much. I have to take away the 1. So my answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. So I add the 5, take away the 1. And then here, I just add the 7. Can I do it? Can I add the 1?
Come on, do it. Do it.
Yes, I can add the 1. So all I got to do is do that, and my final answer is 77. So what we're doing is we move the beads, and the answer will show up. So all you got to do is move the beads, and understanding how to move the beads. When you know how to move the beads, then it's very easy to see what the answers are. Hello, Mixie. Welcome back. So, Ebony, did that make sense? Let me know if you have any more questions. But the first thing we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus, and now we're utilizing the thing called making a 5. So these are some of the concepts, right? This is the set. The set is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, 1 plus 4 is equal to 5, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. And the reason why we want to do this is because we don't need to count up anymore. Thank you. That was so awesome. Oh, thank you, Ebony. Thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you so much for paying attention. No, and I appreciate that, right? Because now I get to a point where I have a few people that are ahead of the class, and I have a few people that are still beginning. And so the idea was to just make sure that it makes sense to you. And the reason why we do it this way because we want to do concepts. We don't need to count up anymore, right? In mainstream math, we count up. Right? What does that mean? Well, if I had 4, I'd have 4 pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4 pencils, right? And then if I add another 4, what do? I have to add another 4. And what do? I'm counting up. So then I count, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could do that. But in Abacus, we don't do that. I really like that I can add ones first and then the tens first. Yeah. And to be flexible, yeah. That's the idea, is to be flexible. So, Ebony, in mainstream math, there's a lot of counting up, but in Abacus, we actually utilize a concept, and the concept is about compensating. So that's one of the terminologies that I found out. It's called compensating. So when we look, we have to be able to add this if we want to make this a 5, right? We want to make it a 5. To make it a 5, we got to get this 1 from somewhere. To get it from somewhere, we have to get it from the 1. So that's what that is. So if I have the 4 and I want to add the 4, but I can make a 5. But to make a 5, I need to take it away from the previous 4. So that gives me 3. And then I add my 5. That's another way to see it, which is really interesting. Yeah. Okay, Jeffers, have a good night. If you finish the book tonight or right now or tomorrow. The pressure. I can't take the pressure. You guys are so funny. Have a good night. And I'll see you in my next live. Okay. So, Ebony, did that make all sense? This is hard. But you just joined 2 seconds ago. See, comments like this, it's like, that's kind of funny though, because you told me that you joined 2 seconds ago. Okay, Fuji-san. Did you? I'm not going to comment. 757. Oh, okay. So, Fuji-san, thank you for commenting. I don't know if you're still here. Makes sense, honestly. I thought the same thing. Haha, Fuji. I knew. You knew? Or you flew? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to review, right? So, Ebony, just so you know, after you learn how to make the 5, the next thing you do, you understand how to make a 10. And that's what we go on. And then I have my books. That goes in sequence and in orders. But here we have to make a 10. And the concept is very similar. And it's the same thing. You have 2 pairs, 5 and 5, 2 and 8, 7, 3, 4 and 6, and 1 and 9. And so when we look at this, then we'll be able to add and subtract at scale. So, Fuji-san. Okay, hold on just a minute, Fuji-san. So it is 58. Where is my... excuse me. 58. 58 takes me here. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, we have this. Okay, Fuji-san, are you still around? I understand. Oh, okay, good. So yeah, so the 5 is always going to be the blue bead, the top bead, right? Because the 5. So this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So then what's after that? We have 6. So we'll count first. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So when we're looking, every column is a place value. We have our ones, oh, sorry, you can't see that. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. That's it. And then we can do our decimal sits between our ones and our tenths, and then we could do tenths and then our hundreds. Does that make sense, Fuji-san? So when we're looking, if you notice, I'm over here. The reason why is because I have this indicator. This is my label. My label tells me where the ones place is. So then I can do this as my ones place. However, there's another one over here. I could choose this one as well, like a Pokemon, and I'll move it everything over like that. And then I can do my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, sorry. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. But then I have no more room for 100. That's why. But then if you look, I have all this room to be my decimal. So if I did my decimal, 90.00001. That's it. Oh, sorry, 13. Sorry. I was like, that's the answer? Oh, okay, so Fuji-san, does that make sense? So when we're looking, that's why I choose this one over here. Because I choose this one over here, then what I'm doing is I use this one to be my ones place, and then I have all this room to be my tens. So I have ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000s. That's it. So when we're looking, we can start talking about what? So, Fuji-san, what number is this? If I did this, this, and that, what number do you think that is? Thank you for the follow, Fuji-san. What number do you think that is, Fuji-san? So now we're testing you. For those of you that are new, please let me know what number you think is on my abacus. Thank you, Jeremiah, for checking in. Okay. Fuji, yes, so 1,000. Oh, very close, very close. Now, why is it 100? It is not 100. It is actually 600 because it's 5, 6, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, Bridget. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, it is. It is 6 because it's 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 100. Thank you, Pedro. Lodib. So Lodib, 100 looks like this. 134. And then, but we're actually doing 600. Okay. So what is... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the interesting thing about it, right? Like in Abacus, you have to kind of pay attention to detail. Oh, sorry. Thank you. 75. 75 takes me to here. Okay. Ready for the next number? We are going to do this one. What is this number? On my abacus, I'm going to show you this. I have my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. What number do you think that is? Oh, sorry. There we go. What number do you think that is? What number do we think that is? Thank you, Charlie. 368. Well done. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Charlie. Yes, 368. Why? Almost awkward Phoenix. It is. Thank you, Ebony. Yes. The 9, right? 369 looks like that. But the question was 368. So we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 6, and then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 368. So our next number is... What number do I think that is? This one is actually part of my book. And the book that I'm using is 3-digit. That one. Yep, that's the book I'm using right now. It's available in my TikTok shop. Oh, thank you, Doodoo Monkey. Yes, well done. Thank you, Charlie. 55. Oh, yeah, 55. 100. Oh, 300. Oh, God. Ah, that's funny. 55. It is 55. 5, 5. Yep. So then 55 and over here. And then it takes me over here. Well done. Well done, everybody. Okay. So what's our next one? Our next one is this one. What is our next number? Our next one is our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is on the abacus? While Miracles is working on the paper question. What number do we think? Thank you so much for sharing my live. Thank you so much for sharing my live. Oh, Charlie, well done. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Liz. Hello, Miracles. Thank you, Doodoo Monkey and Fuji-san. Karina, thank you. Oh, what? Yes, it is 4. Yes. Yes, well done. 4. You're right. It is 942. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2. 1, 2. Well done. Well done. So, thank you, Lydia. 35. It is 35. Do you know what formulas you use to make 35? Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to do this number. This number is my hundreds. 2 problems you will catch on. Hundreds, right? That's my hundreds. My tens and my ones. Charlie. 3. Yes, well done, Charlie. Plus the 5 minus the, plus the 5 minus the, it's not the 3, because we want to add the 3. It's the 2 minus the 2. So that's how you get 35. Thank you, Lobdib, Bridget. Yes, thank you, Charlie. Yep. Yep. So when we're looking, 122, where's 222? Oh, I'm sorry. 35. Yep. Okay. And then we have this number. Oops. Okay. Yes, it is right. 221. Well done. Okay. So what's our next number? We have this one. This one, and that one. Yeah. Thank you so much, Miracles, for the reminder. Tap to push out the live. 642. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Charlie. Yes, it is 642. Well done. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Ebony. Good. I'm so happy that makes sense, right? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. After we read the abacus, we can do some adding and subtracting. Whew, okay. Very good. Oh, very good, Fuji-san. Thank you so much. Okay. We do one more? Okay. We have this number. That one. What number is that? Maybe there'll be one day I'm just going to be able to do just everything that's like, what do you call it? Mazes. We should just do mazes. That's what we're doing. I got to publish this book out. I'm going to publish this book out. This 5 book. 193. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. Thank you, Karina. Yes. Well done. 55. Okay. Miracles, is this the book that you want me to publish out? I can publish this one out. Do you like it as is, Miracles? Okay. So our final one, what are we doing? Okay. Okay, we got this one. Okay. I like it very much. I very much enjoy your book. Okay. Okay. You know what? I will publish this one out after the adult one. I will publish this one out as is. This one has 20 questions that you have to go through. Oh, good, Charlie. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Fuji-san. Yes, 329. Well done, everybody. Well done. Okay. What else? Okay, so for those of you that are interested, this is what it looks like. Okay. Oops, sorry. We've been doing this one. So this is what it is. And then, and we started off from here. I have it where we see the number. And I have this thing called a mask maze. The mask maze is reason because I wanted to cover the path. Because if you see it like this, then it's easy to see the path. It's easy to see the number. So the idea was to cover it up. And then you're only focused on this one number. And that's what it is. So what number do we think that is? Ah, Fuji, you caught on quick. Yeah, right? Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Ebony, for the encouragement. Right? So it's 114. Yeah, 414. Yes, thank you, Liz. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Fuji-san. So it's 114. And then what? We have our next number. Oh, there we go. Oops. There we go. So we have my next number. We have this one, and then that one. There you go. Thank you. 100. 300, right? 15. Yep, there you go. Yes, well done, everybody. So that's 315. So this is the book that we were looking at, and so it gives you all of the, just, and what you're doing is just reading the abacus, and you're coloring it in too. So I was trying to make it more interactive. So what number is that? Wow. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is 170. Well done. Well done. Right? So now it makes more sense because we're talking about we're just reading the abacus, but then afterwards we can actually start doing adding and subtracting, which is what we did before. So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? Hey, Garden Lady, welcome back. 942. When you have a moment, please show the next question. Okay. 192. Yes, well done. Thank you, Bridget. Yeah, so, I think it's this one. Now I got to get like 2 monitors. I got to get like 2 cameras. Yes, thank you, Ebony. It is 942. And so that's what I have. It is available in the TikTok shop. It is also available over here. Okay, it is available over here. Hi, my name is Lynette. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years now. And I've been teaching TikTok for about almost half a year right now. Yeah. So, all right. How are we doing? Garden Lady, how are you doing? You all right? Hello, everybody. My name is Lynette. That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Good night. Oh, thank you, Karina. Thank you so much. Will you show how to add 45 and 33 on the abacus? Oh, good. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. So here is 45 on the abacus. We do 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Thank you, Bridget, for the question. I'm going to cancel it. I'm hopped on. Oh, have you abacus in high school? Wait, have you used abacus in high school level maths? No, because by then the kids start doing calculators. So my kids, they know abacus. They don't do abacus in high school. They just went straight into calculators. So we have 45 on the abacus. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, a high level, I mean, not high school. Oh, yeah. So we go to multiplication and division on the abacus, and it just depends on how big the numbers are. There's a few people, I mean, my kids went all the way to like level 10, and it took them like 4 or 5 years to complete. But it's up to you, like how far you want to go. I kind of like the smaller levels just because it's more, one, it's easier, but it's more beneficial. Once you get to too high, I don't know if it makes sense. You know what I mean? Okay, so, Bridget, when we add the 3, can we add the 3 here? Yes, we can. We can add the 3.
Yes, we can.
So we add the 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're adding this other 3. This 3 right here, right? We have 4 in the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't have any more loose beads. But guess what? I have 5 cents. Because I have 5 cents, I'm going to give this to you, but that's too much. I need to take away 2. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. I could show you again on my abacus. I can add the 5 and then take away the 2. 1, 2. So my final answer is 73. Did that make sense, Bridget? Do you have a book for adults? I almost have the book for adults. I'm like 75% done with the book for adults. Does that stand for anything? I don't know what it stands for. Hello, Russ. Does that make sense, Bridget? So what did we do? We did a formula. The formula is, right, 70. Oh, sorry. Should be that. I missed. Sorry. So, abacus, we have this concept 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Gotta get some sleep soon. Yeah, me too. I'm getting tired. Yeah. Thank you, Bridget, for letting me know. It's supposed to be 5 because I miscalculated this one right here. Did that make sense? Thank you. I'm trying to use an abacus for my next IQ test. Oh, good luck. Anything on trig? I have people who know trig, Jordan. If you want to DM me, I can give you their names. But I don't do trig. That is above my pay grade. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it published within the week. And then it's going to go through. I can show you a preview of what it looks like. I can show you a preview of what it looks like. I think I get it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. Yeah. So what it is right here is adding of the 5. This one, we don't need to add the 5 because we have enough beads, right? Because we have 5 and then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Let's do another one. So this is 78. So the answer is 78. So then, okay, we're doing this. So we have 46 on the abacus. We have 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we add 6. 5, 6. So can we add the 1? Can we add the 1? Yes or no?
Yes, we can.
We can add the 1, right? So then we're left with this one. Now, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Bridget. So now we're going to add the 2. Adding of the 2, we have no more beads to add the 2. But guess what? I have my nickel. I have my 5 cents. Remember, if I want to add the 2, to make the 2, it's a 3. So I need to what? I need to take away 3. Because I'm adding 2, I have to take away 3. So I have 6. 5, 6. I'm going to do it again on my abacus. I add the 5 and I take away the 3. 1, 2, 3. And my final answer is, 67. Minus the 3. Yes, thank you, Charlie. It is minus the 3. You're right. Does that make sense, Bridget? So what we did is because we don't have any more beads to add, we use the 5. And that's why I use the money to help us understand this concept. Let me know if the concept is still a little bit different. So the answer is 76. We can do it again. Right, so what we do is we're practicing this concept, and as it practice, you'll start to become automatic, and that's the point. So that was the whole idea for this maze. I made a whole maze about how to make a 5. This is my whole maze. And that's what Miracles is doing. I realize quickly I have to go to bed. Good night. Good night, Charlie. I'll see you on my next live. I will see you in my next live. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for laughing at my jokes. My jokes. I have a lot of jokes. Don't be a troll and come to my live. Don't give me snide comments in my lives. All right. So, Bridget, does that make sense? So, we're going to do it again. So, we have 50 on the abacus, 50 on the abacus, and we have the 4, right? We add the 2. Let's do 2. Can we add the 2? Yes, we can. We can add the 2. 1, 2. And then now we're going to do is we're going to add the 4. We already have the 4. So, let's do the 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But now we need to add the 2. Add the 3. We add the 3. I don't have any more beads to add the 3, see? So what do? I need to utilize the 5. To utilize the 5, I give you my 5 cents. How much do I take away, Bridget? Drop the blue. Yes, drop the blue. But how much do I need to take away? So that's the pair. Thank you, Bridget. You're right. Take away the 2. So my final answer is 77. Nope, that's wrong. 6. No, 7. 77, right? 77. That's it. Well done, Bridget. Well done. That's it. And that's the beginning parts. Bada boom. Bada boom. Yeah, right? And so that's about adding the 5. After adding the 5, the next concept is to add the 10. But that will be at a later time because I'm gonna sign off. It's been a little bit and I am getting tired. But thank you so much, Bridget, for staying on and understanding. Hello, Alex. Oh, hello, Alex. So we're gonna count on the abacus. We're gonna do a review for Alex. Thank you for hosting. Oh, thank you, Miracles. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Oh, not a problem, Garden Lady. We're going to do a review. Let's do a review. Do you remember, Garden Lady, about how to read the abacus? So, Alex, we're going to read 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, we have 5. 5 is always going to be the top bead. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. No, thank you, Bridget. Thank you so much for commenting and sticking with me. I do. Okay, good, Garden Lady. So you know how to do it with the... Okay, good. So that means what? That means that... Alex, are you still here? So we have a 10. After 10, we do 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's it. And then what we do is every column is a place value. Excuse me. So we have our 10 ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. So then if you know how to do that, so Garden Lady, do you know how to do simple adding and subtracting? Oh, let me show you my books for adult. Let's do that before I head out. I gotta still finish formatting it, but yeah, not a problem. And then I'm going to sign off. But let me show you what I've got. Let me show you what I got. Oh, excuse me. All right. How do we see? Does that look good? All right, good. Let me see. Okay. There we go. Oh, good. The 13. Okay, good. The 13 row I think will be very good for you. Because then you could do multiplication and division as well. Okay, so here is a little brief overview of my abacus for adults. And so again, I still talk about how to read the abacus, but I don't go too much into it. So we talk about like explaining how to use the abacus, and then after that we go from 1 to 9, and then I explain how to read the 1s and the 10s. After that, I give you a little review of the 1s and the 10s, and then and then I give you the mask maze. The mask maze is exactly what this is, right? To help cover the mazes so you don't see the patterns. And then you have the option to download it. All you have to do is give me your email, and I'll give you a downloadable link. So then you can download it and you can print it on any kind of paper you would like. So then after that, we have our maze. This is only a 2-digit maze just to get it going, just to get an idea. And then after that, I tell you how to do 3 digits and explain what 3 digits look like. So we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. And that's what I've been kind of focusing on lately. And then after that, we have, again, review. So here is a review of the hundreds. And then after the hundreds, I give you an activity called the 3-digit maze. And it's the same thing. You have to tell me the number on the abacus, and then you can find the path. After that, we talk about the 4-digit, and again, this is called a reverse maze. This reverse maze is talking about what? It talks about, nope. Where did it go? Okay, this is the reverse maze, which means I give you the path, but you need to... My new book. Yes, Amma. It is my new book. I'm doing a little preview of my new book. I'm almost done. I'm like 75% done. So the here is I give you the path and you're supposed to color in the abacus. That's what that is. Does that make sense? And so this is what I call a reverse maze. And then I show you how to add. Simply add. You just need to move the beads up and down. And then here you color in the abacus. You tell me what the number is, and then you tell me what the answer is. Yeah. Great, garden lady. And so I give you some activities to help practice this concept, right? But I didn't want to dwell too much on it. So I just kind of get you through it so we can get to the other math. And then if you want more practice, I will have more books for questions. But I wanted to have this one as a summary more. I like that. Score key in the back. Yes, there's the answer keys in the back. This is a pixel art, so you have to answer the questions, and then this is your key. And then after that, I'll tell you how to read the abacus on how to make a 5. After we learn how to make a 5, I give you an activity. This is the sample activity of understanding, like, you have to write the formula, and then you have to write the answer. And then after that, I give you an activity, the hidden word. After the hidden word, we go into minusing the 5. After we minus the 5, I give you examples of all the minus 5. And then I give you another example. Then give you another activity, the hidden word. And then after that, I give you a summary of what the cumulative properties are to make a 5. Then we go into how to make a 10. How to make a 10, and then I give you directions on how to make a 10. And I try to make it... a lot of pictures because I like pictures. And then this is color by number. Again, the numbers are simple, but I didn't want to complicate it. I wanted to make sure we go through the concept of understanding how to make a 9 or make a 10 with a simple concept. And then I give you this word ladder. I love that I'm reviewing math rules too. Yes. Is this how teach people? I don't even know what that means. Sorry. So to give you the word ladder, the idea is you answer the question. When you find the answer, this is the definition. Find the answer over here, and you have to give me the number, give me the word. And that's what the word ladder is. And then I give you instructions how to do minus the 10, and then color by number. And then write the formula. This is your answer key, right? These are your color key, and then you have to answer the color by number. After that, again, it's the ladder. And then here is the accumulation of the making of the 10. After that, I have the framework, which means it's like a workflow when we look. We have a workflow of how we look at a question. So we do an addition question, and this is the subtraction question. And this was to help understand the workflow of everything. Here is the two-step equation is what we're trying to do. I'm trying to get everybody to two-step equations because that's where it gets a little bit complicated. You have to combine learning how to make a 5 and learning how to make a 10 at the same time. Not the same time, but how to marry the two, how to make them partners. And so that's what I was doing here, is I was trying to show you how minusing the 2 is the same thing as minus the 5. And then I give you example questions, and then I have the activity. The activity is you have to cut. That's why this is a blank screen, because in the back, you don't want to have anything in the back. And then this is minus the 2 of a two-step equation. And I give you the example question. And after that, I give you another activity. And then I have a bunch of questions at the end of the book for more activities. So now, since we've gone through the majority of the concepts of how to add and subtract, then I give you practice questions. So these are all practice activities. So the addition of the maze, and then we do subtraction, right? This is color by number, and then we have the word ladder and the hidden words. After that, we have the answers, and that's all the answers. And that's my book. So I just got to do a few more, and then I'll be ready. Yeah. So, warrior human. It's lovely. Thank you. How much is this book? I was gonna make it $11.99. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's gonna be $11.99. So for those of you that are interested in the abacus, this is what an abacus is. I do sell this abacus in my TikTok shop. There it is. So when we're looking, and division has the same rules as subtraction? No, division has different rules. Division and multiplication has different rules. And after that, after I finish the introduction to abacus for adults, then I'll go into multiplication. That would be one book, and then the next book will be division. But that won't be until a little bit later, because it does take a little time to create the books. But yeah. No, division's different. Yeah. Abacus for adults. Yes, thank you, warrior human. Oh, so for those of you that just joined, thank you for. So, warrior human, what we're doing is we're going to review the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Abacus is just a visual way of seeing your numbers. That's all it is. Great. Okay, garden lady, thank you so much. Hello, Teals. Hello, Teals. How's it going? Whew. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for checking in. I'm still confused that this is 10, or you're confused that this is 1. Do you understand that that's 1? We're just counting the item. That's all we're doing. No. Dyslexia has nothing to do with reading this. Thank you. Okay, Teals. I thank you so much for dropping by and checking in. Warrior human. Does this make sense that this is 1? If that's 1, then this is 1. Is it here? So I have 1 here, 1 here. I'm sorry. No, focus. My question is do you know that this is 1? Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So this is being counted. This is 1. This is 0. These are all zeros. None of these columns are touching the horizontal bar. Do you understand that? Good night, garden lady. Thank you so much. So now we have 2. Okay, so now we understand what we're doing, right? So now what we do is we want to do 2. When we do 2, that's what it looks like. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 beads are touching this horizontal bar, this reckoning bar. That's what's being counted. So after 2, right, does that make sense? We have 3. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Dyslexia doesn't have anything to do with the amount of beads here. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, right? After 3 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what? You might be wondering what happens to, well, what about 5? The top bead is always 5. Just like that. The top bead will always be 5, no matter what. Okay? So then how do we do 6? You tell me, how do we do 6? What do you think we do to add 6? Let me know. What do you think how to make 6? If you have 5 here, and I add the 1, what number do you think that is? Yes, thank you. You're lovely, Hufflepuff. Yes, 1 blue, 1 green. Yes, exactly. 1 blue, 1 green gives me 6. Because why? The value of 1, the value of 5 gives me 6. Thank you. What's 7? 7 is what? Right? 7 is 5, 6, 7. Thank you, Hufflepuff. Does that make sense? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. After 7, yes, right? Another one from the bottom. Yes. So an 8, how do we do 8? 8, again, another one from the bottom. 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. Same way. Easy. And then we do it again. 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. That's it. That's how you read it. Well, then what the hell is 10? 10 is our next number. Over here. 1. When we do 10, how do we write 10? 10 is 1 and a 0. 1, 0. That's what 10 is. 10, 11, 1, 1. 12, 1, 2. 13, 1, 3. 14, 1, 4. Does that make sense? 15, 1, 5. 16, 1, 6. 17, 1, 7. 18, 1, 8. 19, 1, 9. And then how do you make 20? How do you make 20? What do you think how to make 20? What is another way to make 20? How do you make 20? Ah, ha, ha. If this is 19, 1, 9, what do you think 20 is? How do you say, what are the numbers to make 20? What are the numbers to make 4 blues? You guys. Push, yes, thank you, Harbolies. Yes, push the yellow one here. This is 2. This is 2. 2. 2, 0. The blue beads is 5. So this is 55. 4 blue beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5,555. So we talk about blue beads. No, we talk about this one. 1 green and 1 yellow. Push the yellow bead. Yes, thank you. Thank you. In the tens place. Well done. The blue bead in the ones. Yes, the blue bead up on the ones and the yellow bead. Yes, yes. Well done, Bridget. Well done. See, and we're understanding how to read. The only thing is we read the abacus. Is this college math or no? This is fun math. This is This is usually math for elementary school. Usually it's for elementary school. In Abacus World, we focus on children that are like 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. I do have activities that start younger, like they're 3, 4, and 5. But then I also now have a whole bunch of people that are adults and they're wanting to learn how to do the abacus. And I now have an abacus book for adults, which is what you saw. And it's to keep your mind active. It's one of those things like if you like Sudoku, or if you like word searches or word puzzles or logical puzzles or any of that stuff, you will enjoy Abacus because it's like a puzzle. So if you like word searches, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, or Sudoku, then Abacus will be kind of be up your lane. But yeah. And then yeah, if you like chess, it's kind of the same. Not the same, but it's like a puzzle. And just looking at the numbers is like, how do you add the puzzles together? How do you make it into a thing? And that's the thing. Right. Thank you. Thank you guys for so much for the comments. Hyperboles. Hyperboles. I'm not good with those kind pizzas. Oh yeah. But it depends on what what you like. So do you not like word searches? Oh, I guess you can't because it's dyslexic. Yeah. Do you not like puzzles like jigsaw puzzles? How about jigsaw puzzles? Jigsaw puzzles will be fun. Does this look like fun math? I can't lie. This does look like fun math. It is fun math. I can't do them. Oh, you can't do them either? Oh, those were tough. You might be able to do abacus. Just a thought. The reason why is because like when we start talking about numbers and stuff. Oh yeah, so here's my preschool book that I have. And you know, and Garden Lady was mentioning that she has I think she has dyscalculia, but she enjoys the abacus and it's really good. And I think it'd be beneficial. So here's a couple of questions in the abacus world, right? Now you're going to see how easy it is. In Abacus World, what we need to do is we need to focus in on the result. Focus in on the process, the second number. The second number is this one right here. Does that make sense, warrior human? This is the second number, right? So when we add it, we want to do 7, right? We add 7, and then we want to add the 1. To add the 1 is what? Can we do it? Yeah, we could do it. We just add the 1. So our answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. The biggest thing is to understand how to move the beads, and then you see the answer. Yes, we can. Thank you, Bridget. Oh yeah, so this is like I have a whole thing. So then we do 1 plus 1, right? 1 plus 1. That's easy. Look. 1. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, I need where is it? Here it is. Can we do it?
Yes, we can!
Yes, we can. We can add the 1. It's easy, simple. You just look at your abacus and see if you can do it. So if I have my question is, 7. I have 7 right here. Oh. I have 7 right here, right? 5, 6, 7. And then here, I want to add the 2. This is the 2 I want to add. Can we do it?
Come on, do it. Do it.
Yeah, we can add it. 1, 2. So my final answer is 9. Easy, right? And so the reason why it becomes easy is because we can see the numbers that we're dealing with. That's why. And that's all it is. This is just a counter. So like in mainstream, right? You have these dots or you have the tally marks. I'm like, but I like the abacus. You know why? Because I can have the 5 and I have the 3. I can supertize. Supertizing means that I can look at the number and I know what it is. So I know that this is 8. I could do it again for the 10s. I can add the 50, add the 30. My number is 80, which is very different than here. You could add 50 dots and 30 dots, but that's a lot of dots. You could do the same thing with the tally marks. That's a lot of tally marks. But guess what? Let's take it one step further. We can do 500 plus 300. That's 800. This is 800. This is where you get lost. This is 800. This is where you get lost. How do I know that this is 800? Every column is a place value. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. It's all of it. So does that make sense with the 50? Because this is my ones, this is my tens. I can't find it. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to find my. Anyways. So does that make sense that this is 50? 50. But you didn't we do, I don't know. Right? This is 50. What number is that? Oh, excuse me. What number do we have? How's that 50? Because it's a 5 and a 0. Just like that. How come the one place isn't all the way at the end? That's a good question, Hufflepuff. If you look, I have a label right here. This label tells me this is the ones place. Because this is my ones place, I have my decimal. So I have my ones. My decimal sits between the ones and the tenths. And then I have the tenths and then the hundreds. Yeah. This is 0, warrior. This is 50. How do I know? Because my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Every column is a place value. Don't mix up the columns. I have my label. Do you see the label right here? That label tells me the ones place. So this is my ones. That's how this is 50. This is 5 and 0. Right? Yeah, right? Easy. Simple to use. So if I did that, that number is 60, 70, 80, 90. What about the ones on the left? This one right here? This is the hundreds. Just like how we write. Just like how we write. So do you see how this is 90? 9, 0. 9, 0. $9,000. Oh, 9,000 is here. 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 0, 0, 0. Just as how we write it, 9, comma. That's a good question. Give me another number. Okay, I got it now. I'm so gonna get. What? Good. Good. Yeah, it's amazing when you see the numbers. It's so amazing on how simple and elegant this tool is. And it's way better than the blocks. It's way better than these blocks. 100,000. Thank you, Billy. 100,000. I can't do 100,000. But guess what? I have a bigger abacus and I can do 100,000. So I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 1. There you go. 100,000. Because I have this one to be my ones. Billy the Third thought you could fool me. They come in different sizes. They do. This one, so here, just so you know, if you want to do multiplication and you'd only want to have one abacus, I would recommend getting a 13 column abacus. I would recommend it just because you have more room because size matters. But you have more room to do multiplication and division. And we use the numbers, we use the columns on the abacus to do multiplication and division. Yeah. I think the bigger ones, like if there was like more than 12, more than 13, I think it's a little bit too much because by then you're going to want to use a calculator. It's up to you. Uh, so the top, yes, exactly. Thank you, Billy the Third. The top is always going to be 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yes, it works exactly the same. That's why I never try to say blue bead. I always say the top bead, because when we talk about different abacus, right? The top bead is the heaven beads. The bottom beads is the earth beads. Not hell, because Chinese people don't believe in hell. We believe in heaven, and we believe in, how do you do multiplication? Okay, let's do some multiplication. So briefly, the first thing we need to do on the abacus is that you need to know your multiplication fact. That's the one thing you need to do. Okay, so, and then after that, oh, I did. Hold, please. Oh, hold on. Okay, got it. Okay, so in abacus world, right, what we're going to do is we do distributive property. Do you know what distributive property is? Distributive property is when we start timesing everything, how we times it. So what we're going to do is we're going to times this to this. That's what distributive property is. And then we do this to this. That's what distributive property is. So what's going to happen is what? We're going to figure out where to put our abacus. Now there's only, right? Yeah, we're only doing 3. So what we have 3. So we have to figure out our place values. You know, where are we going to put our answer? So the way we do it is we count the amount of digits in the answer, in the question. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 8 times 5 is equal to, what's 8 times 5? 8 times 5 is 40. Thank you, Bridget. I'm very tired right now. Add the 4, add the 0. You need to add the 0 because the 0 is still a place value, right? So it's 4 plus 0. It's 3 a.m. math time. It's so funny. Oh, it's late. It is so late. So then our next one is 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is what? Thank you, Billy the Third. Thank you, Bridget. 8 times 2. Thank you, 16. Add the 16. Add the 1. Add the 6. And that's it. Thank you, Hufflepuff. Thank you, Billy and Bridget. So our final answer is what? What is our final answer? Can you read that? Thank you, Bridget. It is 416. And then we do the next one. And we do it again. Our starting point is 3. How do we get it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we say 9 times 3 is 27. Notice on the abacus, this is cool. Thank you, Billy the Third. So we're going to do 20, and then we're going to do 7. So if you notice, we don't need to say 30 times 9. Because in our multiplication table, we don't say 30, we say 3. But the abacus is so cool because it keeps track of your place values. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. This is why we count the amount of digits on our question. We have 3 digits, so we know we're going to be in the hundreds column. This is, funny. It's actually not a calculator. It's just a tracking tool. It's so weird. It just shows you the number, but you're doing the calculations in your brain. That's why it's so different. So our answer is 270. 270. It reminds me of a calculator. Yeah, but I think that the misconception is this is not. It's so interesting. Abacus makes it into bite-sized chunks. We do it again. It's the same thing, right? 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So now we're here. 3 times 5 is what? 3 times 5 is what? 15, right? 15. Add the 1, add the 5. We're over here. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. Add the 1, add the 2. Because you can see the numbers, you know what to do. That's the crazy thing. You see the numbers, you know what to do. That's the craziest thing. So much easier. And I'm oh, thank you, Bridget. Thank you. 562. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 500. 500. No, not 5. Not 5. Not 5. I see. Not 5.
Oh, I can see everything.
So it's actually 1. I don't see. It's the 1. Yes, it's 1. Are you multiplying the last two numbers? Why are you all multiplying the last two numbers? Why am I multiplying the last two numbers? I'm multiplying the whole thing. But the way I do it is I do the right side first, and then I do the left. So I do it like this. That's why. I don't know if that made sense. So you're all multiplying the last two numbers. No, it gets more. Like we can have more, but it gets complicated quickly. So this is, hold on. No, we multiply all of the numbers. We multiply all of the numbers. Hello, Cherry. Probably has something to do with the formula, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of hard to explain to me. I don't know. Thank you so much, Cherry. Thank you so much for the rose. So we're going to do it again, right? We're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Sam. Good evening. Good morning. It's like 4 in the morning for a lot of people. So we're going to do it again. 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is what? 7 times 7 is equal to 49. 1, 2, 3. 49. And then what? 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is equal to 7. 7's a single digit, so what are we going to do? We need to make it as a double digit. So double digit, we make it a leading 0 with a 7. 0, 7. So my final answer is, thank you, Bridget. I love the formula. I'm going to use the formula now, from now on. Yeah, those people that kind of came in, like the some of my other people that came in, they're starting to use the Abacus way because it's just a lot easier for them. It's very intuitive. Yes, thank you, Bridget. 497. Thank you. 497. 497. Yeah. So this is going to be another book for multiplication. Oh, okay. Thank you, Brandon. So for this one, okay, we do it again. 1, 2, 3. But if you notice, right, we do 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 5 is a single digit. We go back one column because it's a 0, 5. 0, 5, like that. That's why. And then if we do, sorry for the drive-by. Oh, sorry, I can't see it. So then 6 times 1 is equal to 6. 6 is a single digit, so what do? We make it a 0, 6. 0, 6. Does that make sense, Brandon? So that's why we have to make it a double digit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 0 5, just like how we do time, right? We talk about time. 103, right? Yeah, exactly the same. We do 104. Same thing. That's why we make it a double digit. But that's a good question. Sometimes I feel like people get insulted if I do this, but it's to show the concept. Yeah, thank you, Hufflepuff. Thank you, Brandon, for the question. Thank you, Brandon, for the question, because I know, I know, we all know what 56 times 1 is, but I should explain it. And you're right, I should explain it more, not to question your intelligence, but to understand the concept. And the concept is making sure that we make our single digits double digit. Yeah, exactly. Just visualize it. Yes, thank you. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate the question. And I should be more diligent of explaining how to do the single digit. I just feel like some people might get insulted. You know what I mean? Okay. So we do it again. From what I understood, normally we do a base 10, but the abacus does base 5. Is that correct? That is incorrect. It is still, the abacus is still base 10. Base 5 just means that you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. But abacus goes all the way to 9. So it's a base 10 because it's a 0. 0 to 9. So it is a base 10. So we can do this one, right? 1, 2, 3. Did that make sense, Cherry? So 5 times 6 is equal to 30. Add the 3, add the 0. See, we add the 0 here when we talk about the 3 in the front. Our 0 is our placeholder. And then we do it again. 3, 0. I was sort of referring to the... Yeah. Yeah, some people were confusing that this is part of the 5 base, but a 5 base is not what it is. This is still a decimal system. So my final answer is 330. It's still a decimal system. It just happens to group the top beat because we don't break the 5, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I was researching on the idea of a 5 base. And I understand I understand what you're saying, but that's not the true sense of 5 base. Like commutative property. We kind of use commutative property in Abacus world, but we kind of change it up a little bit because it's not a true sense of commutative property. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is equal to 27. Add the 2, add the 7. We're here. We can do it again. I never thought the day of being giddy. At 4 a.m. I know, right? It's 4 a.m. and you're still... And we add the 2, right? We do it again. Add the 2 and add the 7. Thank you guys, everybody, for being so patient. Sometimes I get through the thing, right? Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. Brandon. Right? Thank you guys so much. Oh, yes, thank you. 297. Well done, Bridget. Well done. 297 takes me here. And then we're at the end. We're at the end. It's the same thing. So we do it again. 1, 2, 3. What's my question? What's my question? What are we going to do? Whew. 3 digits. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Well done. So now what? Thank you. 7 times 6. 6 times 7 is... Oh, yeah, I can do division. Let's finish this one and then we'll do division and then I'll wrap it up. What is 6 times 7? Oh my god, I've been on for a long time. 42. Thank you, Sparky. 42. Add the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 2. 1, 2. Thank you, Hufflepuff. I think I'm sleepy. I don't know. I'm pretty sleepy too. Okay, this is the last multiplication question, and then I will sign off after division. So 24, right? 24. Add the 2, add the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our final answer is 444. Okay. No, division works a little bit different. Oh, that's not it either. There we go. Okay, so we'll do some division. We'll do one question division. There we go. Let's see if I can. All right. Okay, got it. All right. Hello. It would be 1 digit times 2. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we have 2 divided by 58. Again, these are easy. I know they're easy, but I'm trying to show you a concept, right? So the first thing we need to do is we need to divisor and our dividend. Okay. Now, just like we do in mainstream, just like we do in Abacus, right? We need to figure out where we're going to put our answer. We need to know where to put our answer. I am going to put it somewhere around here. So how do we do it? What we got to do is we're going to count 1, 2, right? There's 2 digits in the dividend. So that's 2. And there's 1 digit, and we have to take it away, is equal to the divisor. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So my starting point will be 1. I'm going to put it here. Now I have my label. There we go. Now I have my label. Right? Does that make sense? I have my label. My quotient is going to be right here. That's where my quotient is. Okay. So now what are we going to do? Now we need to compare. We only need to compare single digit. The reason why is because we just need to do 2 and 5. That's it. So when we line up the question, I'm sorry, I need to put my dividend on the abacus. I forgot. I need to put the dividend on my abacus. So my 1 is where my quotient is. So I put my dividend here, 58. I don't worry about the place values. This is just here as a placeholder. So when we do it, now we're going to do dividing. 2 times what is equal to 5. Because I can do this, I need to skip this and go here. Does that make sense? That's a process. That's something that you just have to memorize. So then we know 2 times 2 is equal to 4. I add 2 as my quotient, and then I take away the 4. We know how to take away the 4 from the 5. We know we need to minus the 5 plus the 1. So my next answer is 1. We don't take it to 2 digits. We don't know what we're doing. 1. 2 times what is equal to 1? Well, we cannot do this. This is not anywhere in our multiplication table. We need to bring down the second number. Thank you, Hufflepuff. What is my second number that I have to bring down? 8. Well done. We need to bring down the 8. So now the question is, what times 2 is equal to 18 or less? Nine. Thank you. So I'm going to put 9 in my quotient, and I take away 18. Take away 1, take away 8. And my final answer is, thank you, Cherry, thank you, Hufflepuff. My final answer is 29. 29. That's it. That is a little bit about multiplication or division on the abacus. Yeah, right? That's funny.
Oh, I can see everything.
Yeah, thank you guys for being so patient.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is so neat. I love it. Yeah, it's really quite interesting when you start getting into it. And so that will be my next book is going to be Division. Thank you, Cherry, so much for the rose. Don't forget to check in. But thank you so much. This is definitely the way. Yeah, because thank you, Hyper. See, because what it is Abacus brings it down to manageable chunks. We don't need to say how many times can 2 divide into 58. That's like huge. But what we do is we do one digit at a time. I literally how I felt after I got glasses. I could see everything. Yeah. And that's the thing, like once you understand, you take one number at a time, and then you figure out, right? You figure out what we need to do. Then you know how to do the division. Abacus does long division. Yes. I'm really bad at it. I literally made 58 tally marks and divide them up to circle. Yeah, they're teaching a different way of to do it, and it is what it is. But Cherry, did this make sense? How I broke it up? Because we're taking our multiplication facts and we're understanding it, but we change it a little bit. Totally amazing. I like it. I struggle with long. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. This one really made long division manageable. Yeah, and so that's the thing, right? The next when I get it up and going, I'm gonna have like my books. I'm gonna have my books. It's all gonna be abacus driven. My goal is to abacify the world. I'm showing abacus to the matrix, and I'm so happy, Cherry, that you're able to see this. This is why I advocate about the abacus. And the smaller concepts, the simpler concepts is only meant to show you the concept, and then you can use it into bigger math. You can scale it. Oh, good, Hufflepuff, right? Yeah. You have converted me to the abacus. Thank you, Hyper. Thank you, Hyper. I appreciate that. But it is getting very late, everybody. I am going to head to bed. But the funny, yeah, the funny thing is like it's not just a girl boy thing. This is just a look at the numbers. The number, it's so that's what I'm saying. It's amazing what we can do if we see the numbers. You know what I mean? Like I'm just showing you numbers. I'm just showing you 11. But now you know what you can and cannot do. That's the crazy thing. You're doing the calculation. This is what's in your head. And you just move the abacus. That's it. Your brain is faster than your fingers. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing what we can do if we could see the numbers. Because don't forget, these numbers are symbols. And these symbols don't really have much meaning. So, okay. Thank you guys so much for joining. I have 150 people. I gotta head out. I'm so tired. I appreciate everybody joining and watching, and hopefully you guys understand why Abacus is so great. It reminds me of that girl in Tinkerbell. Yes! Fairy Mary. I have that Fairy Mary. Let me see if I can find it. I've been trying to keep up with I'm trying to keep up with what do you got? All the places that do Abacus. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it everywhere. There we are. Yeah, Fairy Mary. Yeah, yeah. Here we are. Hold, please. So, Abacus is really everywhere if you think about it. So, anybody know about Willy Wonka? Willy Wonka? He has a character. He has a character. His name is Abacus Crunch. And he doesn't do anything with it, but you know, that's the funny thing. And then Penguins of Madagascar, who is it, Kowalski? He actually upchucks a Chinese abacus. And then Seoul, they did one too. Seoul does as well. And then this one, Fairy Mary. Yeah, I'm trying to do a collection of all the places I've seen abacus. This one was in a book. It's neat on all the shows have. Yeah, right? Like you didn't pay attention. But that's like, oh my God. So I started to do a collection of like all the places abacus is around. So it's there. I don't know who brings it in. There's this book. They actually make an abacus out of pine cones because she's blind. So they made an abacus. There's a couple of what do you call it? Games. There's a couple of games. There's this one. He uses a pulverizing abacus. There's another game. I don't know if you've seen this one. Match Factory. Match Factory has abacus as well. Can you recognize it? Yeah. Funny, right? Yeah. And that's all I got so far. But yeah, Fairy Mary did it. So that was the Fairy Mary. Soul. I don't know where else. I like the middle left. The middle left. That one? Oh yeah, like the middle left. Yeah. Yeah. Like this one right here. Oops. Yep, right here. Then there's this one, which is kind of like in the middle. Yeah. Funny, right? It's like everywhere. It's so funny. All right. So yeah, that is Abacus. And I am here to spread the good word of Abacus. I'm so happy you guys were patient enough to be a part of it. They still won't use it in schools. I grew up in. Yeah, it's not very popular in schools. Thank you for teaching us. Good night. Yeah, thank you so much, Hyper. Yeah, my goal is to try to introduce it to schools. That's why I'm still trying to figure out how to explain it better on how it relates to mainstream math, how it relates to school math, how everything. So I try to use the terminologies of what mainstream math does. So we actually do compensation, and compensation is a new terminology. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you, Hufflepuff. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bridget. I hope you're still here. Who else? Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, Hypers. I'll see you guys all in my next live. Thank you so much, Hufflepuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, 714. Hello. Thank you, Chandler, for following. But I am going to head out. I've been on for 3 hours. 3 hour tour. Oh, you guys are too young for that. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. When will you go live again? Tomorrow morning and then tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Tuesday? Tomorrow morning. So I'm going to try to get on like at 6 or 7 in the morning. Or I get on like at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Oh, Pacific Standard Time. I'm Pacific Standard Time. So I'm trying to do 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right around that time. Yeah, I'm in California. So I was going to try to do 8 a.m., 7 or 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then again at 8 p.m. Hey! Hi, I am Fragile. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. I've missed you. Oh, I'm in Florida. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have a few students in Florida. I do tutoring, and I do books, and I have an online class as well. Yeah, hello, Fragile. All right, it is late though. It is very late for everybody. Thank you again. Oh, you're okay. Cool, cool, Bridget. Nice. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I am getting tired. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Have a good night, Hufflepuff. Have a good night. Have a good morning, and I'll see you all in my next live. Okay. Bye. Bye, Cherry. Oh, Truth Seeker. Thank you so much for the rose. Good night. Good night, everybody. Bye. See you later, Fragile. Good night. Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Wow. Amazing. 22K. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm still looking at my analysis. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tapping it out. Thank you, 700, for sharing my live. How can there's all these people joining? I have 150 people in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, 700. Okay. I'm going to sign off. Thank you again. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign off. Bye. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning.